So good morning all, welcome back to electrostatics class. Today we are going to discuss equipotential surface. In the last classes we were discussing about how to find the relation between electric field and potential, and we did some previous IIT JEE questions based on relation between E and V. In relation between E and B we have uniform electric field derivation as well as non-uniform electric field, how to find E and V in uniform and non-uniform. Now we'll move to uh, equipotential surface. What exactly equipotential surface? Okay, let me take one example. For example, right. First thing, if I take a point charge, let me take a point charge. So what we have studied in the previous classes, or what we have knowledge from the previous classes, let we can check. If there is a positive charge, electric field direction is towards or away from the positive charge. First you can tell me. Away from the positive charge. So this is nothing but away from the positive charge. This is away, right? Away from the positive charge. So E. If I want at this particular point, what is electric field intensity at a point P, then I can say that it is nothing but a kq by r square. Let me take this is nothing but r. So this is nothing but r square, kq by r square, right? So this is nothing but kq by r square. Next, if I want potential at this particular point, what is potential? Kq by divided by r, that is the potential. So E and V. Next, very important thing is, as we move away from it along the direction of electric field, then what happens? Along the direction of electric field, as we move in the direction of electric field, then the potential will be decreases. Potential decreases in the direction of electric field as we are moving the gas, right? Okay, with that basic concept, let us start. Now I take one charge here. A small charge Q is taken. Right. If I want potential at certain points, say if I am taking in a space, if I take a charge in the space, I want potential at any points, but equal distances from this particular charge. If I want from equal distances, then three-dimensionally, imagine three-dimensional. See, let me draw like this, three-dimensional. So this will be placing the charge like this, right? So three-dimensional, like a globe. Let us imagine like a globe. Fine. If I want potentials at this particular points, so if I take potential at point 1, 2 and 3 and 4, this is at an equal distances r, here it is at a distance of r, this is at a distance of r, this is at a distance of r. So all distances will be equal, that means radius. In three-dimensionally you can imagine the figure, right? So if I want V1, here it is V2, here it is V3, this is nothing but V4. Fine. So V1, if I want to write, I can write a kq divided by r, right? Because it is at a distance of what? R. Kq divided by r. Here also if I want to write kq divided by r. If I want to write here kq divided by r. अगर मैं इधर लिख लूँ kq divided by r. At all points potentials are equal. That means V1 is equals to V2 equals to V3 equals to V4. So this surface, the surface at which this surface, if I am taking this is the surface, a surface agar this is the surface, we will be calling it an equipotential surface. क्या बोल रहे हैं हम लोग? Equipotential surface. So equipotential surface is nothing but the surface on which all the potential should be equal. That means at any point if you take it as potential will be equal. This is nothing but a three-dimension. From this point charge, all the points are at equal distances. The potential will be same at all the points. So equipotential means potentials will be same at all the points, right? Now, if I take one more case here, let's just take a screenshot till this point, then we'll proceed. 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Now if I take, let me consider one more case here, plus Q I will take, this is the charge, right? Just now from this one at an equal distances 1. So at all points due to this point charge, potentials will be same. This is called now equipotential surface. Now one more shell like this. One more if I take like this. Between these two are not equipotential surfaces, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are equipotential surface. Again, this is individually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is nothing but equipotential surface. But these two are not equipotential surfaces. Why? Because if I want to draw electric field intensity, I have to show like this. It is nothing but away from the point charge. Away from point charge. Fine. This is nothing but electric field intensity direction. Just now we discussed electric field intensity. So as we move in the direction of electric field intensity, electric potential will decreases. Electric potential decreases in the direction of electric field. In the direction of electric field, electric potential decreases. For example, here if I take, because even radius is increasing, let me take this nothing but R1. Here it is nothing but R2. Here it is nothing but R3. Right? If I take R1 is greater than, that is less than R2 less than R3. If I take potential V is equal to KQ by R, KQ divided by R. If R is increasing, potential should decreases. R is increasing, as we are moving away from it, R is increasing. If R is increasing, we should decrease. That means potentials may be, let me take here 10 volts at this particular point. Here 8 volts, let me take it as 6 volts. So 10 volts, 8 volts and 6 volts. That means 10 volts, all the points 10 volts will be there. Here all the points 10 volt, 8 volts will be there. Here all the points 6 volts will be there. This is called now equipotential surface. This is called now equipotential surface. This is called now equipotential. But these two are not equipotential surfaces. That means each surface is an equipotential surface. Hope you understood here, all of you. Yes, just take a screenshot, then we'll proceed. Done? 1, 2, 3. Done? Okay. Now I'll erase this one. So this is in the case of what? Positive charge. The case of positive charge. That means what we can say, concentric spheres, see an important point here to be noted. What is that? The concentric spheres, these are called concentric, because this is completely in what? 3D only. This is completely in 3D view, 3 dimension. Fine. Concentric spheres with the charge at the center, with the charge as a center. That means we will be taking a charge as a center, okay, or at center, okay, charge as a center of sphere, very important, or equipotentials, Here charge or cylinder, spheres or cylinder. That means if I take one wire and if I construct a cylindrical shape, this is applicable. Concentric spheres or cylinders with a charge as the center of sphere or cylinder or a cylinder. Is it clear? Now if I take a negative charge, it's nothing but negative charge. I'll draw concentric spheres. So these are called concentric spheres. 1, 2, one more take 3, one more take 4, like this. Fine. So as I move away, that is nothing but it is nothing but towards. Electric field is towards. Towards means we can say here if I take minus 10 volts, here minus 8 volts, minus 6 volts, minus 4 volts, like this. Minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 10. That means as we are moving towards the negative charge, potentials are here it is as we move away from in the direction of electric field, potentials are decreasing. Here the direction of electric field is towards the negative charge. Here the direction of electric field is towards the right? In the direction we are moving, right? In the direction of electric field. Is it clear? Only negative charge, for negative charge, negative potentials will be there. For positive charge, positive potentials will be there. As we are moving in the direction, potential is gradually decreasing. I hope it is clear till this points. Anybody? Anybody have any doubts? Let me know. I hope it is clear to everybody. Distribution. What is linear charge distribution? So we are discussing about equipotential surface in which I am taking linear charge example. If I take a wire, an infinite wire or a wire, fine. So here I will be taking this is given a positive charges are given to it. So a wire of length L, you take it as L length, and there are positive charges are distributed. Now if I want here the potential at a particular distance, let me construct like a cylindrical shape here. It's nothing but cylindrical shape. This cylindrical shape, if I take at this particular point, let us take it as R, the cylinder of radius R, here it is R. This is nothing but again 3D, right? This is 3 dimension. So R, R, R and R if you take. So here let me take, fine. So if I take this is V1, here it is V2, here it is V3, here it is V4. At all points we can write the potential will be same. V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3 is equal to V4 because all are at the same distances. So this is also considered to be what? Equipotential surface. Now V1 equal to V2 equal to V3 equal to V4 for linear charge. Now what exactly we can say? If I take concentric cylinders, if I take concentric cylinder, same diagram I can draw here. Let me take. So potentials will be same in the first case. If I take concentric cylinders 1, right? Next one more like this and one more like this. Is it clear? 1, 2, 3. So we'll take 1, 2 and 3 concentric cylinders. Fine. So as we move away from this one, this is the direction of electric field intensity. So as we move in the direction of electric field intensity, potential will decrease. Let me take it is 10 volts. Here it is nothing but 8 volts. This is nothing but 6 volts. So as we are moving, as it is a positive charge, potentials are decreasing. If I take a first surface, first, second and third. First, second, third are called equipotential surfaces. But first and second are not combinedly, we will be calling it as these two are not equipotential surfaces. So individually if I take the potential at any point on the first surface will be same. If I take potential on the second surface at any point it will be same. If I take potential on first surface and potential on second surface it is not same. It will be different because their distances are differs, right? If I take here at all points अगर ले लूँ मैं at any point अगर ले लूँ V1, V2, V3, V4 अगर ले लूँ, so at any point potential is same because the distances are same, right? So potential will be same in that case. If I want to show the electric field intensity direction which is away from the positive charge, so अब क्या बोल सकते देखो concentric spheres के बदले में cylinder with क्या है linear charge, with क्या है linear charge. So concentric spheres के बारे में cylinder, we'll replace this with what? Cylinder. So इधर क्या करते हैं? What we'll do? We'll write once again this one. So concentric, okay, concentric बोलता है ऐसा 1, 2, 3, 4 going on. Concentric cylinder with concentric cylinders कैसे बना रहे हम लोग? What we are taking linear charges. We are taking linear charge को ले रहे linear charge. So linear charge means it is distributed along this length, linear charge as an axis of cylinder. This is what axis of cylinder. ये क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Axis of cylinder बोलते हैं, right? It's called what? Axis of cylinder. इसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? एक्सिस ऑफ सिलेंडर. सो लीनियर चार्ज को कैसे ले रहे हैं हम लोग? हाउ वी आर डूइंग टेकिंग अ लीनियर चार्ज as axis of okay cylinder, as axis of cylinder. Is it clear? As axis of cylinder. Fine. Are equipotential surfaces. Are equipotential surfaces. That means you take this is axis, and at a distance, at the same distance on both sides, they are what? Equipotential surfaces. Hope it is clear, all of you. This is always you remember that is nothing but 3D surface. It's nothing but 3D surfaces. What we say is a 3D surface. Hope it is clear, all of you. Sir, no? Yes. Alekya, yes. Take a screenshots. If you have any doubt, let me know. Hope it is clear till this point to all of you. If I take one surface, potential should be how they are. See, let me consider a surface like this. This is the surface, right? I am taking this is the surface, right? Let me take a plane surface like this. So first property number 1, first property if I take it as the potential difference between any two points on this surface, which is called equipotential surface. What is the meaning of equipotential surface? Let me take it as A, here it is nothing but B. Now can you tell me, if I take potential at a point A is VA, potential at a point B is VB. What is the relation between VA and VB? Can anybody tell? If I want to call this surface as an equipotential surface, A and B, if I am taking at point A is VA, at point B is VB. So what is the relation between them? VA should be equal to VB. VA should be equal to VB. Very good. VA should be equal to VB. Then only we can call it as equipotential surface. Okay. So VA should be equal to VB. If I take 2 points, then we will be calling it as an equipotential surface. Okay, the potential difference between any 2 points, if I take between these 2 points, what is the potential difference? Can you tell me what is the potential difference? As the potential is same, what is the potential difference? Potential difference will be 0. So potential difference VA minus VB should be equal to 0 potential. That is the first property, property number 1. What is the property number 1? The potential difference between any 2 points on equipotential surface is 0. Is it clear? Next, second one, if you take second one, number 2 I am taking. See, if I want the potential difference, let me you can recall what is the definition of potential difference, right? If I have 2 points, let me take A and B. 2 points are there, right? If I want potential difference these 2 points, what is the formula? Can anybody tell? If I want potential difference between these two, what is the potential difference between these two? Let me take it as this is in uniform electric field. This is in uniform electric field. These 2 points are uniform electric field. So how to give an equation of potential difference? So potential difference. Fine. We are if you want to move a charge from Q to A, Q to B, sorry, A to B, if you want to move a charge from A to B. So final potential minus initial potential. Final potential minus initial potential. Right? So initial and this is nothing but final potential. Or you are bringing from infinity to a given point. Infinity to a given point. Potential difference. For example, if I want potential difference between these two, we will write VA minus VB is equal to work done by the external agent to bring from B to A divided by Q. The same thing we learned, right? VA minus VB is equals to work done to bring a charge from B to A. Right. Now in equipotential surface, so potential between these two will be 0, potential difference. Now 0 is equal to work done by the external agent to bring the charge from B to A by divided by Q, or work done from external agent from B to A is equal to 0. That means what is the second property? There is no work is done by the electrostatic force to moving a charge in equipotential surface. If you want to move the charge from one point to another point, there is no work is done by the external force. What is an external force here? It's nothing but electrostatic force. Already we discussed electrostatic force or it's a conservative force. So work done by the external force or work negative of work done by the conservative force. So work done by the electrostatic force will be zero in equipotential surface. That's nothing but second property. Hope it is clear till this point, all of you. Yes, yes or no? See here, work done by the electric force is equals to minus of work done by the external agents or external agent. This is nothing but. Is it clear? So work done by the external agent moving from B to A is nothing but zero, because the potential difference is zero. The potential means equipotential surfaces, both potentials will be same. Hope it is clear till now. Yes, just take a screenshot till this points and then we'll proceed. Yes, okay. Now let us first one. See now, in this one we can also say in a different manner how we can show that work done is zero. Work done is zero. Now let me take a positive charge, point charge. Just now we took positive charge and point charge. I'm taking a equipotential surface at a distance of r. That means all pointers distances are same. Let me take at this particular point 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Now let me move a charge from one point to here. I want to move a charge. First let me take here itself. Here let me give the direction of what? Electric field intensity. Electric field intensity is away from the electric field, first thing. I want to move a charge from here to here. Let me move a charge on the equipotential surface. This is nothing but now equipotential surface. So how you are deciding this is an equipotential surface? Can you tell me? This is an equal distances. At all points it is equal distance. Okay. Now it is the direction of electric field, right? If I want to move a charge on this one, I want to move from here to here. That means small displacement. If it's small displacement, this is the direction of displacement. This is nothing but dx, right? This is the direction of dx, and direction of electric field is away from the positive charge. This is nothing but the tangent drawn at any point gives the direction of what? This small displacement dx. So dE and dx, how they are perpendicular to each other? This is nothing but 90 degrees. Theta is equals to 90 degrees. Yes or no? Theta is equal to 90. So in the last class we discussed there is a relation between E and dx. Dx means dr. You can take it a small distance dr, or in the specified direction dr you take, or dx or dr. Fine. There is nothing to worry. Dx or dr. Right? E and dx and dr. E is giving perpendicular to the direction of the charge. E is electric field intensity away from it. That means it is perpendicular to the surface. If I draw a surface here, this is nothing but surface, it is perpendicular. Next if I draw a tangent, then it will give the direction of dx or what? dr. So dx and dr, if I take this, nothing but 90 degrees. Now how we can represent electric potential V? If I want, what is the potential relation? Delta V is equal to, can you tell me delta V? What is the relation between delta V, E and dr? E dot dr. Am I right? Only magnitude we consider. Delta V is equal to E dot dr, or E dot dr can be written as E dr cos theta, right? E dr cos theta. Now theta is nothing but 90 degrees, cos 90 is nothing but 0. That means delta V in this case is also 0. When delta V is 0, external force, work done by the electric force is also 0. Is it clear? Delta V is 0. How it is 0? You can check it out in this manner. Hope it is clear. These points, all of you, take a screenshots, then we'll proceed. Or still, if you have any doubts, let me know. Till these points, take a screenshots. So second two properties are completed now. We'll move with the third property, and at the end we'll do JEE question, previous JEE question. Done? Right. There is now. Right. Now third property, if I go with third property, direction of E, that means E direction. Direction of E is always perpendicular, okay. Direction of E is always perpendicular to the equipotential surface, right, always perpendicular. Let us see. Yes, it's nothing but E is always perpendicular to equipotential surface. Hope it is clear, all of you. Yes? Yes? No? Tell me till these points. The third property, if I take third property, is E should be always perpendicular to the equipotential surface. Point direction. So how we can represent, like whatever I took examples just now when I was discussing. If I take a positive charge, a point charge, if I take here, if I take a equipotential surface, electric field intensity, if I take the direction of electric field intensity at all points, if I draw, this is nothing but 90 degrees. This is also 90 degrees. Here it is 90 degrees. Here it is 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. Here it is 90. Here it is 90, 90, 90. So perpendicular. So already we proved that this parts, whatever we are taking, this circular part or concentric shell is an equipotential surface. It's nothing but 90 degrees. Is it clear, that one? Always perpendicular to equipotential surface. This surface is nothing but equipotential surface. If I take a cylinder, let me take a cylinder. So here if I take a linear charge distribution, if I take one cylinder, this is the cylinder, right? Here also if I take, this is a positive charges. So at any point if I take, this is the direction of electric field intensity, which is nothing but 90 degrees. Theta is equal to 90 degrees. Here it theta is equal to 90 degrees. Is it clear, all of you? Or if you take more concentric shells, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, right? At any point if I take, if this is the direction of electric field intensity, at any points 90, 90, 90 degrees. Are you able to see clearly? Or if I take a plane surface, if I take, this is the plane surface, if I take a plane surface between A and B, let me take between A and B, right? How we can show? See, this is graphically I am showing that theta is equals to 90 degrees. On what basis I am saying? About positive charge, it is away. Away means straight direction. When it's away, so as it is away, theta is equal to 90 I am showing. Fine. As it is away from it, theta is equal to 90. Then if I take it's a plane surface A to B, here I want to show, that means I want to prove how it is 90 degrees. Right. So I have 2 points, let me take A and B. Fine. I don't know theta. Theta I am going to calculate. Fine. So here A to B, if I want to move a charge from A to B, let us take a small distance dr. A small distance dr. I want to move a charge from A to B. What is the potential? How to calculate potential? Now dV is equals to minus E into dr. Am I right? If I consider the negative side, dV is equal to minus E into dr. Now this can also be written as dV is equals to minus, this is dots, E dr cos theta, right? Let me take in a vector form, both are in vector form. So E and dr cos theta. Dot products, dot product E dr cos theta. E dr cos theta. Theta is nothing but 90 degrees. Hope it is clear. So now here if I take dV is 0. How I am deciding 0? Because this is an equipotential surface. Equipotential surface. What is the meaning of equipotential surface? If I take VA here, VA is nothing but VB. VA and VB if I take, so VA is equal to VB, equipotential surface. Delta V should be equal to 0 or dV should be equal to 0, equals to E into dr into cos theta. E and dr cannot be 0. Cos theta is equal to 0. Cos theta is equal to 0. For which value theta is equal to 0? Which is nothing but 90 degrees. That means this is the proof that we can show E is 90 degrees. Hope it is clear now. If I want to draw, this is the surface. If I take this is the surface, this will be what? Direction of electric field. It should be perpendicular. If I take this is nothing but, otherwise we can take here, let me take, this is nothing but equipotential surface. When it's equipotential surface, if I keep like this, are you able to see clearly? Equipotential surface. This is nothing but equipotential surface. Equipotential surface. That means 2 points. If I take 2 points, we'll be getting at these 2 points potentials are same. Now this is the direction of electric field intensity. So electric field intensity, direction, electric field direction, and electric this one. That field that is equipotential surface are 90 degrees. Hope you got it as till this point. Now I'll proceed with here the direction. If I want to show, this is the direction of it. This is the direction of electric, which is nothing but 90 degrees. Theta is equal to 90 degrees. 3-dimensional view, 3-dimensional, like this. It is not like this, right? It's not like this, right? Hope it is clear. Fine. So field lines are always perpendicular. This is nothing but third property. Hope it is clear. Just take a screenshot, then we'll proceed. So what we discussed here, so how we can show theta is equals to 90 degrees between field, electric field, as well as the equipotential surface. So by graphical representation also we can show that it is 90 degrees. Right. Now let me start fourth property. The fourth property, it is similar to that of like electric lines of forces. Electric lines of force, when two electric lines will not intersect, if they intersect at the point of intersection, we can draw two tangents which gives the two different directions. Based on that only the same property will be there in our properties of equipotential surface. Let me construct two surfaces, right? Let me take one surface like this. Fine. This is one surface. I'm taking one surface like this. Right. For this electric field intensity, direction of electric field intensity or the field direction is perpendicular. Right. Let me take this is the first surface. One more surface I'll take. Let me take one more surface which is passing through the center of it. Right. Passing through center of it. Hope it is clear. Right. One more surface I took. One more surface here. So this is nothing but second one. Is it clear? That's one. Two surfaces, first surface and second surface. Hope it is clear. Now I'll trace out the center point of it. I'll trace out center. This is the center point. Right. So for this surface, for first surface, it will be perpendicular. That means this is the direction of E. Am I right? This is nothing but E1. E1. Right. If I take for second surface perpendicular to this surface, that means this is nothing but E2. Is it clear? This one? E2. Understood? Two-dimensional. So is it looking like a three-dimensional figure? So for this surface, second surface, E2 is perpendicular, and for E1 surface, it is perpendicular. So two are perpendicular to each other at the single points. At single point, two we cannot have two different directions. It is not possible to have two different directions. They do not at the point of intersection. So this is the point of intersection. There will be two different directions. See, two different directions is not possible. So electric field direction at this point should be single. That is nothing but unidirection. We can say it as a single direction should be there, but it is two. So it is not possible. So that is a point. For example, we ask electric lines of force are given. Just we ask you to draw equipotential surfaces. This is nothing but an electric field. Draw equipotential surface. Otherwise, it is given like this. Ask you to draw equipotential surface. How to draw equipotential surface? If I take a dipole, this is the first one. I'll take this is number 1, number 2, right? Number 3 I'll take. What is number 3? If I take one positive charge and one negative charge separated by certain distance. One positive charge, one negative charge separated by certain distance. This is also called electric dipole. It's called dipole, will be calling. Electric dipole. Electric dipole. What is the meaning of electric dipole? Electric dipole means two charges equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. One is positive, one is negative, should separate by certain distance. Then it is called electric dipole. This we are going to discuss after this concept, right? Electric dipole. Electric dipole, when it is placed in equipotential surface, what happens? What are the things that we can calculate based on this equipotential surface, that is electric dipole, that we are going to discuss in coming classes, right? So between these two, how to draw the equipotential surface? Now let us see. Equipotential surface, if they ask you to draw equipotential surface should be always perpendicular to the electric field intensity. Just you can draw like this. This is nothing but one equipotential surface, like a plate, right? Is it clear? This one like this. One surface, one, two surfaces, three surfaces, like this. These are what? Equipotential surfaces. 1, 2, 3. Here also, if I take first surface, second surface, the third surface, like this. Now as I take the potentials, let me take here V1, V2 and V3 potentials I am taking. V1, V2 and V3 potentials. V1, V2, V3. Can you tell me which is greater? V1 is greater or V2 is greater and V3 is greater? What is the order? Ascending or descending orders as we move in the direction of electric field. Potential should decrease or increase? Potential away from it. Yes, potential increase or decrease? Anybody? Potential increase or decrease? Decrease. That's nothing but, for example, here if I take a 10 volts, here it is nothing but 8 volts, here it is nothing but 6 volts in the direction of its positive. So these are all called equipotential surfaces. This is nothing but equipotential surface, two dimensional, like a plate. We take it as equipotential surface. This is equipotential surface. Is it clear, that one? So at this point also, these are all equipotential. As we are moving towards this one in downwards or forward, whatever it may be. So here also we can take 100 volts. This is 80 volts. This is nothing but 60 volts as we are moving this direction. Then we have to check that number 1 is they should be perpendicular. Equipotential surfaces should be perpendicular to the electric lines of force. That is important. Next, if you take it a positive and negative, so like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. So it will moves from positive to negative, right? Just at this particular point, just to draw a line. This is nothing but equipotential surface. Straight line is an equipotential surface. As I am moving away from it, slowly it will be a curved one like this. 1, 2, 3, like this. As I am moving like this, perpendicular. You can check it out at any point, it will be perpendicular. Is it clear? These are what? Electric lines of, that is equipotential surfaces for an electric dipole. Hope it is clear till this point, all of you. Yes? Boliye? Clear? Equipotential surface, no two electric lines will intersect. Just take a screenshots, then we'll proceed. That is the fourth property in which we are discussing. In fourth property, how we can represent or how to draw electric lines of how to draw equipotential surface of the things, right? Hope it is clear till this point. Let me now, based on equipotential surface, online JE 2017 one question. Thus, uniform electric field is there. Potential at a small sphere centered at a point P. Centered at a point P. So let me start the problem. See, this is nothing but a sphere, right? So at a point P, this is nothing but a point P. This is center. Let me draw a line here. So this is nothing but a point P, right? So in the region is found to be vary between the limits 589.0 volt, 589.8 volts. So in the direction of electric field, it is nothing but given electric field is uniform. Let me take it as E. So conceptual method and formula method, both we can do it as in this one. So let me start with the conceptual method. Okay. Now see varying at 2 points, between 2 points, it is found between 2 points. Let me select the 2 points, first point and second point. 2 points I am taking. First point A, second point is B. So A and B, if I take first point, two potentials should be there, which I should select at point A, 589.0 or 589.8. As we move in the direction of electric field, potential has to decrease. So that higher potential I have to take first. If I take higher potential, what is that? 589.8 volts at first point, and as I am moving away from this one, 589.0 volts. These are the 2 points, 589.8 and 589.0 volts. Is it clear? This one 589.8, 589.0 volts. Okay, 2 points. Okay. Now he is asking from this point, R makes an angle 60 degrees. Let me take this, nothing but R. R vector is making an angle 60 degrees with respect to electric field, with respect to the fields. Then he is asking, according to the problem, we should find electric with the direction of the what will be the potential at this particular point. So at this point, what is the field is asking. So at this particular point, what is the electric potential? Conceptually, if you take here 589.8, it is exactly half, right? This is nothing but half. That means 8 divided by 4. Can I write at this point P 589.4 volts at the midpoint? Yes? Yes or no? Again, this will be the center. Center means between these two a potential should be there. Yes or no? See, 589.8. 589.4, this is 589.0. So exactly half this one. Then I can write it as 589.2 volts. This will be the answer conceptually. Because as we move in the direction of electric field intensity, then electric field potential should decreases. If you see carefully, first one, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, gradually decreasing, gradually decreasing. Is it clear? Gradually it is decreasing, gradually it is decreasing. Hope it is clear. So that means in this between these two there is no option. See, 589.4, this is not a correct one because at this point P itself it is 589.4. 589.6 means it is here, he is not asking here. Between these 2 points A and P, it will be 589.6 maybe. This is also not a correct answer. Then 589.5, 89.5. 89.5 means again in between these two only, right? 89.5. Yes. 84. It has to decrease. 3, 2 and 0. 3, 2 and 0. Here 8, 6, 7. Sorry, this is nothing but 7, 6 and 5 like this. 8, 6, 7 and 5. 8, 7, 6 and 5. It has to decrease. Is it fine? Okay. That means only one option we will have it as 589.2 will be sahi answer ho jayega. This is nothing but conceptual method. What is a formula based? Formula based, just you take a screenshot, then we'll go with formula based, right? How to solve with the formula, with respect to formula. Just take a screenshot, 30 seconds. So we want potential between point P and D, right? A and B. Done. Yes. Fine. Okay. So we proceed now. How we can do concepts. So what I know, just I'll write. Let me clear this one. So that means what by mathematical way or solving method or the normal E and V relation. If I take E and V relation, so, right? This is nothing but electric field intensity given. Electric field intensity. Here we have 2 points are there, A and B. A and B. So we have potential at A is given. How much is given? Potential at A. Potential at A 5. How much? 580. Just a moment. 589. 589.8 given, and at a B is given 589. And V relation. So, right? This is nothing but electric field intensity given. Electric field intensity. Here we have 2 points are there, A and B. A and B. So we have potential at A is given. How much is given? Potential at A. Potential at A 5. How much? 580. Yes, someone 589. 589.8 given, and at a B is given 589.0 volts. So A and B is given, right? So center point, if I take, is nothing but radius vector making an angle 60 degrees, right? Let me take point P. I want at point M. What is the potential at that particular point M? See, first thing is, this is R. This PM can be written as PM R cos theta. Am I right? It's nothing but R cos theta. This part is R sin theta. Yes. This total distance is nothing but R. Fine. Total distance is R. If I want this distance, small d, what I can write? D is equal to what should I write? R minus R cos theta. R minus R cos theta. So D is equals to R, if I take it as common, 1 minus cos theta. Is it clear? But what is cos theta? Theta is nothing but 60 degrees. Now D is equals to R into 1 minus cos 60 degrees. So it's nothing but D is equal to R into 1 minus 1 by 2, which is nothing but D is equal to R by 2. Fine. That means here between these 2 points, so this distance is R by 2 and the remaining distance is R by 2 and R by 2. If I want the potential, simply we can write Vm minus Vb. Vm minus Vb is equals to, see, Vm minus Vb in the direction of its, right? E into electric field into dr, right? Electric field into a dr. Hope it is clear till this points. Yes, into a dr. Dr means distance d. Distance d. So Vm minus Vb is equals to Vm minus Vb is equal to E into dr. Dr, what should I write? Dr is nothing but dr is R by 2. So this I will write it as R by 2. Is it fine? Or simply Vm is equal to E R by 2 plus Vb. ER by 2 plus Vb. Vb is already there with us. What is that? Vb is equal to 589.0 volts.
Here a VA is already given there, right? ER by 2. Now what is the value of ER by 2? That we have to calculate. ER by 2 or ER value. If I want ER value means VA minus VB. Can I write VA minus VB is equals to E into 2R. SR. VA minus VB can be written as E into 2R. This distance is total distance is R plus R, right? R plus R. How much it is? 2R. E into 2R. VA minus VB is equal to E into 2R. Right? Okay. Now what we require here, VA minus VB, how much? What is VA minus VB? 0.8. Yes or no? VA minus VB कितना हो रहा? 0.8. So this is nothing but 0.8 is equals to E into 2R. This is 1 za, this is nothing but 0.4 za, which is nothing but ER. So ER का value कितना है मेरे को? 0.4 आया. ER का value कितना? 0.4. ER by cut 2 value कितना आना? 0.2 आना. So that means take this and substitute here. इधर substitute कर दो. ER का value अगर मैं 0.4 substitute करूँ इधर by divided by 2 plus VB, अब क्या हो रहा देखिए. VM is equals to VM क्या हो रहा? VM equals to 0.4 by 2. 0.4 divided by 2, which is nothing but 0.2 plus VB. VB क्या है? 589.0. So 589.0. It's nothing but V at M. इधर पोटेंशियल चाहिए हमारे को. Potential at this point कैसे लिख सकता हूँ मैं? 589.2 volts. Hope it is clear. See, both the ways we can try, by conceptual method as well as formula based method. Hope it is clear to everybody. Understood? Yes. So equipotential surface, what we discussed till here. Equipotential surface, what is equipotential surface? What is the definition of it? Okay. After that, what are the properties of equipotential surface? And in that properties, how we can show the work done by the external force or external agent or electrostatic force is zero. How to draw equipotential surfaces? What are the conditions? So when it is applicable, when it is not applicable, right? After that, one JEE question. Hope everybody understood. Any doubts? Let me know. Okay. I hope it is clear to everybody. Even if you have any doubts, let me know. So we can continue the topic tomorrow, right? Clear? Fine? Yes? Right. No doubts? Anybody, any doubts? Let me know. Anybody have any doubts?